now in for the rest of the championship, sitting in the top three. Let's see if he goes on. Also had issues in practice with the car. Yep. So here we go.
There we go, through the gears he goes, big handbrake dab as he pulls that car in, up onto the white line, through, now he comes, absolutely flying, is Duane McKeever, as he looks to transition the car down into the outside zone, gets it timed perfectly on the throttle, nice and early, drives his way through, and down he comes now, keeps it on the circuit, uses every inch of tarmac available that the judges have allowed him as he gets into that final outside zone on the throttle, super fast, super smoky, super aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure there's much more out there on that circuit. Duane McKeever, he is going to absolutely tear into this track. 86 on the board from his first run. He is a qualifying, spinning the wheels on the way up here. Absolutely firing into that first corner goes Duane McKeever as he puts foot to floor in that RB28. Screaming, he's going to go very wide here, but he makes it work. A little bobble, but it doesn't affect him as much as you would think. There's a little wide, drops the wheel off the circuit there as well. There's a couple of errors creeping in, but it is very fast, it's very aggressive, and it's very Duane McKeever right now. Oh, what a big wash and a shutdown. Be the greatest European driver of all time. You got to do that by taking down people like Duane McKeever, and the youngster Eric Gochal is going to be running in to the back end of that 180SX very quickly here from the start. He's got the pace, but McKeever has also a ton of pace, and right from the off McKeever showing that pace, and he has left Gochal through that first corner. Gochal's now going to have to start cutting the course here. Oh, he's straightened up a little bit in the middle. Looks like Gochal's having some issues here as they come down to that first decel zone. McKeever is absolutely flying through the course, and Gochal is desperately trying to get up on the curbs to get close to him, but he can't get close to him only until the very end by cutting the course. He does force an issue, little tap of the rear end of Duane McKeever's car to remind him that he's there, but how he got there wasn't the correct way.
He wants to keep that momentum as they fire in into that initiation point. They're through the gears, through the chicane, down they come. McKeever keeps him within eyesight now as he jumps onto the back bumper and dives up onto the door as Gochal fires that car into that initiation. Down they come through that inner zone, and now McKeever flawless on the chase. Oh, almost mispositions himself though. Gets it done right though as they come down into that second inside zone, through, over the hill. Now McKeever gives him the room to manoeuvre as he looks for the decel zone. McKeever waits for the dive up to the door, onto the rear wheel, squeezes the throttle up onto the side across the line.
You know what, it almost went really wrong for Duane McKeever there.
McKeever takedown his good friend. He looks across for them start line lights to illuminate, and he is off. The handbrake drops. Duane McKeever through the gears. Dylan Garvey jumps the start line. He knows he hasn't got the clutch in the car, but look at this big initiation from Garvey on the inside first. We've seen that. Dylan Garvey tucks up on the inside, close to 15. Anyone side to side. It affects McKeever on the outside zone. They come down now over the little crest in front of the grandstand, and McKeever is on a flyer, but Garvey's with him. He now has to shortcut ever so slightly on the outside zone, as now Garvey goes for the dive on the outside zone, but puts two wheels off the track as McKeever takes it over the line.
Yeah, it looked to me like Garvey tried to throw the kitchen sink at the last corner, and I'll tell you what happened.
They get the green light to go. It is going to be McKeever to chase down Garvey for a spot in the Great 8 awaits against Laurie Heinen. Who will it be? Who will take it? McKeever's opportunity now to repay the favour and put tyre marks on Dylan Garvey's door as they come through outside zone 1 and 2. It's a cleaner line from Garvey in the lead position. Comes down, big handbrake drag though, doesn't affect McKeever. They get into the inside zone as now Garvey transition. McKeever's still on the back bumper, a little ground loss, but McKeever's sticking to that qualifying line. They get back into outside zone 8, and McKeever absolutely glued to the door of Garvey's car.
That's phenomenal stuff. That's phenomenal stuff. Here we go, top 8 at round 2.
Here we go, through the gears, down they come. This one means everything for the championship right now. McKeever doesn't want to let Heinen get away, but Heinen tries to escape the grip from Duane McKeever, but he just can't shake the Irishman as they fire through outside zone 3 for field. They come down the hill, and Duane McKeever is closer than anyone else has been around this circuit so far. Laurie Heinen now starts to put some ground between himself and the Irishman as Heinen absolutely fires through, but McKeever is still there. He's out of the outside zone. They're wandering and waving, but the job is done for the first half.
He's now had the radio on, and the spotter has told him, you got to go for it, Laurie. This is all on the line now.
He certainly has got to go for it. He can't let McKeever get away. He needs to bring that chase A-game right here, right now. He's gone wide though. He's lost himself. He's lost in the smoke. Is Laurie Heinen, and he starts to fall away. And Duane McKeever, the Irishman, drives through the circle circuit, looks for the transition, and Heineken is nowhere to be found, as Laurie Heineken is absolutely lost in a cloud of smoke from Duane McKeever as he heads to the wall and across the line. Is it done right there?
Champion goes up against UK and Irish champion Duane McKeever. Here we go.
Here we go, through the chicane, through the gears. Look at this, McKeever on the back bumper of that GR86 as they fire through. And look at this, Pashkonsky already putting a little bit of ground between himself and the Irishman as Pashkonsky's on a not a good qualifying line. He misses the outside zone and that upsets the line from McKeever. He has to reassert himself, has to think about where he is on the circuit. Now McKeever back into the flow of things, back onto the throttle he goes, looks for the side of that GR86 and he finds it, but his wheel's over from McKeever across the line.
And I think McKeever's going to put the pedal to the metal here and take the lead. That's what Pashkonsky's got to watch.
I want to know if Pashkonsky can take a risk. Can he go outside the comfort zone? Can he put that car into a place where he hasn't put before? Well, we're going to find out now as we see McKeever absolutely fire that car in, and Pashkonsky does. He takes the risk. He starts to put the car in a place where he hasn't put it before. He wants to be uncomfortable. He wants to find the side of that S13 as they come round in front of the grandstand, and he loses the ground to one of the fastest men on the circuit right now as McKeever absolutely drives away from the Polishman, but he regains the ground offline. Up onto the door he goes.
One win and one will lose, and we're about to find out. Here we go.
Oh, look at this from Rittenden already flying through, but McKeever on the back bumper. Big initiation. McKeever goes for it, but he can't match the pace. He's been outpaced by Juha Rittenden, who swings that car from left to right. And McKeever, the man that we said was fastest round this circuit, is now left in a cloud of tyre smoke, but Rittenden shortcuts the outside zone, and now McKeever starts to rein him back in. Can he find anything in that final outside zone? And he can't, as Juha Rittenden leaves the Irishman in a cloud of smoke.
Who would have predicted it, Ian? Really big angle, really fast from the off. Let's see if Rittenden can get the job done. When McKeever has something left in the tank. It is the final run of the weekend. McKeever to lead in Rittenden. Here we go.
Yeah, look at this already. Rittenden not letting McKeever get away. McKeever fires that car on big angle, as you say, Dave. He's going to play the game, but it doesn't matter. You are Rittenden. A little wobble, but he gets himself back into it again as Rittenden now works his way down into that transition. Over the hill they go. Look in front of the grandstand. McKeever now starts to drive away from Juha Rittenden as Juha Rittenden makes a big dive into that final outside zone. He looks for the wheel and he gets there across the line.